Hey YouTube, Hunter Hiker here. Filming in the garage today because the weather is pretty bad. I had one question about this tripod, and this is a tripod I did a previous video on. It is the Neewer Carbon Fiber. It looks a little different because I went ahead and spray painted all the red, like a flat tan color. To show it off today a little bit, I have my Comp 22 here, which is a Savage FV, a Savage Mark II FV. So I've got it topped with a Burris XTR2, and it's in a Boyd stock that I went ahead and finished myself. I wanted to show off a little bit of the ball head here, like how sturdy it is. This rifle here probably weighs somewhere around 10 pounds. I can do another video with my 260 if I need to show how strong the ball head really is. I'm really having to kind of work here to get this done. And for me, I'm about 5'7". I can really get behind this rifle and run it without the center column raised. Now this is perfect for me here in this position. If I had to, my brother is 6 foot something, I can get in here and I can actually raise this up. Now it's going to lose a little bit of stability, but I can run this sucker all the way up here. And like I said, I'm 5'7", 5'8" maybe with shoes on, and this is above my head. So this should, for a shooting tripod, take care of anyone. One of the questions that was asked is, can it go low enough to shoot prone? Now it doesn't have a center column that's shorter, but you can completely remove the center column, which I thought was pretty cool. That's one of the things, that's one of the reasons why I kept this. So all we got to do here is loosen the center column, remove the ball head from it, set that to the side for now, and unscrew the hook down at the bottom. With that being done, I can completely remove the center column. Now, I have to be honest, I haven't tried this yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll go low enough. Pull out my mini game changer for a rear bag. You also need to remove the top plate. So that unscrews, and since we're in this, I'll show you what else it can do. It runs a standard 3/8, but it can also, right back up, it can also be flipped over and run a 1/4 inch top. So you, depending on what you have, you can mount that here. My ball head is a 3/8. From there, you just take the little hook off the bottom, you run it up underneath, and then it will thread into that. So that gives you, get it to catch. That gives you essentially no center column. I like that because I can go in here and I can loosen out, run this little adjustment knob here, and it gets pretty damn tight. Tight enough for me, I would say. Put the ball head back on, and you could probably do this without actually removing the ball head and just remove the entire top hat plus the ball head at the same time. Now, like I said, I haven't tried this yet, so I'm thinking it'll get low enough to shoot prone, but this answers the question here. We'll find out together. So I'll adjust it to its bottom setting, which will essentially lay flat, which is great for photography in the field, by the way. So I'll set that there, and I'll go ahead and lock in the Triclops saddle here. I think it's probably going to be a little high for me, but some people may be able to get this to work. I don't even need a rear pack. Laying prone, I can do it. I could actually shoot here fairly steady. However, it's higher than my typical bipod. So bear that in mind. If you're a little bit taller, it might work, but for me, it's a little too tall. I don't even use a rear bag here. I can't. My mini Game Changer will not reach. However, that being said, the gun is in the ball head. So the ball head gives you that little bit of movement, and it's also stable. So it's a little more stable than, I don't know, shooting a bipod without a rear bag. So bear that in mind. So you could do both. Now for me, when I'm going hunting, I may run it like this without the center column. Because as you can see, it's tall enough to reach me. Now that's my height. Some other people may not. However, you can take it off in the field. Keep it in your pack. Another cool feature to this tripod that I found was the fact that this leg here with the leg warmer on it actually unscrews. And when it unscrews, they give you this other little cap so you can run it without the ball head if you so choose. What I'm going to do is get a quick release plate that'll go on here so I can just swap things back and forth. I need to use the ball head because everything I have has ARCA capability on it. So, just tighten down the pan there. I'll take the ball head off. Now again, I'm going to be purchasing a separate quick release plate like this so I don't have to do this. I'll have something that has a quick release plate capabilities on it. So this is cool if you're out trekking. I wouldn't necessarily use this as a trekking pole. But say you're walking around in glassing, and slap my razor on here, and I can have a somewhat steady spotting scope. Now I've misplaced my field optics research binocular adapter, but I think I would more use this with the binoculars than I would spotting scope. However, the functionality is there. So if you don't want to carry your tripod in your hand and you just want to carry this, you could stop, get a fairly steady rest, and glass. Now I could lower this and I could glass uphill if I so chose. I'd have to bend over a little bit, but I could glass way up. I could also glass way down if I were to lower this. To me, that's a pretty cool feature. And another thing, maybe designed more to use as a trekking pole. The only reason I say that is because they include this little accessory. With the tripod has a little cap with a compass on it. Now I don't think I'll ever use that. Probably not. It is trekking pole height. I would say this is about where I run my trekking poles, but I don't think it's designed for that. Another cool feature of these is that some have removable feet where you would unscrew it, unscrew the rubber, screw in a spike. This doesn't have that, but it does. So I think this is another reason I went with this. This rubber cap just comes off, revealing a spike. So all I have to do is throw this in my pack, whatever, if I wanted spiked feet. I typically don't, so I will just leave that popped right on, and that's it. So all of these are reasons why I kept this tripod, and I just think it's an awesome tripod for the $80 I spent on it on Amazon. So I'll pop a link to it in Amazon in the description below. Feel free, if you have any questions, please reach out. I have a couple other tripods I could show off. I also have some Exo Mountain Gear packs, boots, just really anything mountain hunting or hunting in general. If you want to see it, I may have it. If you have any questions, let me know.